Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm.
Kanishka Narayan's appointment as Britain's first cabinet-level minister for AI signals that the technology has become an industrial and economic priority. His central challenge will be deciding whether Britain builds lasting domestic capability or deepens reliance on American and Chinese platforms. Businesses are increasingly concerned about controlling costs, data, regulation, and the infrastructure behind their AI systems. The UK and Europe are being urged to develop a credible third option based on European infrastructure, talent, and expertise. Trust could provide a competitive advantage, particularly in regulated industries such as financial services. Owning models, controlling data, and establishing accountability will be crucial to widespread business adoption. The government's £500 million sovereign AI fund and £1.1 billion hardware plan represent an initial commitment. The minister is expected to prioritise sovereign procurement, computing access for scale-ups and regulation that encourages trusted AI deployment. His success will be judged by whether government, business and academia can work together to ensure Britain helps shape AI rather than being shaped by it.
Sussex businessman Zoli Rutter is seeking compensation after fraudsters took 14,000 Doom-444s from his Metro Bank account to buy credits for Anthropic's Claude chatbot. On 19th of June, Metro Bank alerted him to a suspicious £90.90 transaction, which he immediately denied authorising. Despite telling the bank no, further payments of between £90 and £200 continued, with some blocked but many approved. Metro Bank fully froze the card the following day, after the fraudulent transactions had exceeded £14,000. The bank said the complex nature of the fraud meant some payments were processed before the card could be blocked. Anthropic said a coordinated gang had used Rutter's card details and that it had found no evidence they came from its systems. The company banned the user responsible and refunded Rutter after he reported the fraudulent purchases. Metro Bank initially issued a temporary refund, later offered £300 compensation, and said it was pursuing a chargeback with Anthropic. Customers affected by unauthorised card fraud are advised to contact their bank immediately, with regulators saying refunds should generally arrive by the end of the next business day. Waymo's co-chief executive, Dmitry Dolgov, said artificial intelligence developers must prioritise safety when their systems operate in the physical world. Speaking at a Y Combinator event, Dolgov contrasted software's move fast and break things culture with autonomous vehicles where mistakes can cost human lives. He said safety should be built into AI models and training methods from the beginning rather than added later. Waymo, which was spun out of Google's self-driving project in 2016, has largely avoided major injury-causing crashes but has faced regulatory scrutiny over software glitches. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration investigated reports involving collisions with stationary objects and traffic violations in 2024. Waymo also issued recalls after some robotaxis entered freeway construction zones. Dolgov's comments followed recent cybersecurity incidents involving AI systems from Hugging Face, OpenAI, and Anthropic. Those incidents reportedly involved unauthorized access to internal data, the internet, and company systems. The developments have intensified calls for stronger AI safety standards as autonomous systems become more capable.
Alibaba's Qwen research team has unveiled Qwen 3.8 Max, a 2.4 trillion parameter multimodal mixture of experts model focused on autonomous software engineering and long-horizon enterprise tasks. Alibaba reports that the model scored 86.1 on OS World Verified, surpassing several leading proprietary systems, while also performing strongly in research reproduction, software engineering, multimodal reasoning, and visual web development. The company says Qwen 3.8 Max can complete software projects lasting more than 10 days, reproduce research papers involving thousands of lines of code, and optimize chip designs through iterative feedback. Those demonstrations and benchmark results remain subject to independent verification. Alibaba plans to release open weights for Qwen 3.8 Max and Qwen 3.8 to 27B next week, potentially making the Max class model available for self-hosted enterprise deployment for the first time. However, the licensing terms have not been disclosed, leaving uncertainty over commercial use, redistribution, and model modification. The model is priced at $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens, undercutting several leading American models and targeting the high costs of token-intensive autonomous agents. Qwen 3.8 Max is positioned as an alternative for organizations seeking persistent coding agents, desktop automation, scientific workflows, and multimodal operational systems. Despite its reported strengths, OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google retain advantages in enterprise tooling, ecosystem integration, coding reliability, and cloud services. Qwen 3.8 Max's long-term impact will depend on independent testing, production reliability, pricing stability, and whether Alibaba adopts a permissive open-weight license.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and don't forget to follow or subscribe.